I've asked myself a question a lot of times as I've gone through doing permaculture gardening, and that's, how do I know I'm doing it right? How do I know I got the permanent part of the permaculture correct? Well, I haven't been out here in the garden for several months, and this gives me an opportunity to answer that question. One way you could answer it, it's a crude way, kind of a broadsword way, but an effective way is to just stop managing your garden and then come out and see what lived. And that's what I'm going to do right here. I want to show you, see what lived. It's been about 3 months since I've been out here. Haven't done anything. I will confess, some of the members of my household have come out here and harvested some of the produce, but other than that, haven't done anything. So let's see what lived. This right here is broadleaf dock and a little bit of curly dock mixed in. Grows with complete lack of management. This is the passion flower that was growing on an old dead tree, and you can see it basically brought the tree down with all of its bulk, which is exactly the function that it's supposed to serve in the wild, which is why I advise leaving old dead trees for trellis material. And you can see the tree collards and the perennial kale does just fine with absolutely no management. See over in the distance another broadleaf over there. Let's go capture that. It's one of the only survivors from the front set of crops that I planted up here. And let's go look at this beautiful beast. And what you see here is a nice, beautiful malbar spinach reaching for the sky. It's also growing in my old flower bed. You see, it's kind of, I'm gonna let it take over this dead tree here. Seems to love it, you see. Seeds galore. We had this growing in several places in the yard, and this year it kind of retracted. It died back in a few places, but then in the places that it stayed, it thrived. So this will supply plenty of seed for the next year. It's an annual, self-seeding annual. You can see there's one there. There's one here. We got it growing over here now on the, along with the coral honeysuckle. So it didn't seem to miss me helping in the garden at all. Here's another one of those perennial kales, nice and sheltered with the asparagus. See, I still got some passion flower growing back here. Another Georgia collard doing quite nicely. You can see some of my basil didn't miss a beat. Look at that, it's not bad. You can see there's no shortage of that broadleaf dock and curly dock. You can see that little beet down in there is doing okay. Dandelions don't seem to mind at all. Along with lemon balm don't seem to care. If you look back here, it's a little deceiving. It may look like a bunch of dandelions, but there's actually a bunch of arugula in here. This is domesticated arugula. But I also have some wild rocket arugula growing. Let's go take a look at that. And you can see there's one of my wild rocket arugula specimens. This is a happy accident. I don't really remember what this is because I didn't plant it on purpose. It grew from kitchen scraps. Probably a winter squash of some kind. Growing in my my old bucket that I made. I have a video on. You can see this basil didn't miss a beat. This is another basil. Nice big one too, about up to my waist. It doesn't seem to care that I wasn't here. Plenty of the perennial kale and Georgia collards in here. I don't remember which ones these are, but they've come back nicely. Some sweet potato. Got that in a few places. Well, we got one of those perennial kales here. I had 2 of them, but it looks like one of them bit the dust here, and also, sadly, a wild rocket arugula that I had here for about 4 years is gone with no management here. You can see the Georgia collard and is doing quite well. No management there necessary. Got a domestic strawberry doing just fine. And let's see. Did my wild rocket make it? It did. Got a little bit left right here holding on. It's not doing real well, but it's alive. And you can see the lantana did not suffer one bit. It grows just fine. No losses. You can see my commercial strawberry that I had in a pot, which I've moved because I'm going to shelter it tonight, has actually spread in the ground. And it's all still alive. Georgia collards still holding strong. Chiltepin, fine. The oregano has spread. All this looks pretty good. I know that the wild blackberry isn't going to have a problem. Wild strawberry in the back is okay. This garden bed appears to be totally unaffected. Anything you see died back is because of the winter, and I probably should have filmed it during the summer, but the Jerusalems went dormant. Jerusalem artichokes went dormant just fine. Rosemary's just fine. Let's check out some of these other garden beds. One thing you're going to see in the videos all over the place is this stuff right here. This is broadleaf dock. It's edible, and it's all over the place for a reason. I want it everywhere because it grows all winter, and it grows in the shade, and it's edible. And I've just got it everywhere. So, with the lackluster dormant trees that are, I assure you, are still alive, I have some here, some signs of life in the lantana still, which is remarkable for January. There's more of that dock all over the place. You can see my asparagus, obviously going to be fine. Look at this. Wild rocket arugula, holding strong and seeding. Look at that. That's nice. Georgia collard's always a bomber crop. All the garlic came out of dormancy, grows during the winter. We got it basically everywhere. Goji berries here, still growing just fine. Big patches of them. It looks like pretty much everything went on unaffected. So you can just probably skip to the end of the video. This is a elderberry, came back. Probably gonna die in the freeze tonight. The mint isn't gonna go anywhere. Rosemary is getting bigger. Hey, look at this. That's the dead American plum that was used as a trellis for the passion flower, maypop passion flower. I want to show you these over here. My tree collards always grow well, but they're not going to be that huge because I've cut a whole bunch out because it's going to freeze and they're not going to survive. This right here is not tree collard. This is perennial kale, and it has just turned out to be absolutely crazy easy to grow. We'll see how it does during the freeze. This is the first test of this experimental crop for me for a freeze. But during the summer, it came through with shining colors, produced lots of food with no management. We got another one here. My Savannah mustard all died, but the perennial kale all lived. So that's going quite well. Let's see what else we got. Go to the next garden bed. And this little garden of salad is mostly dandelion. You can see that. But here and there, there's the odd beet. There's big patches of arugula we're going to harvest. You see some more beets down in there, the red, purple colored veins, and some arugula. You can see the comfrey doesn't have a problem growing. Neither do the roses. So this garden bed is pretty much unaffected. Oh yeah, look at this. Malbar spinach seeds. Goes all the way to the top here. I think I took footage of this before the freeze, so you can see it in its full glory. I'll cut that in here. My honeysuckle grew just fine that I planted this spring. More of the broadleaf dock. Lantana going strong. See more of the asparagus. Oh, that sun's in my eyes. This is my old tomato bed. I think I might have a few tomatoes actually still. Yeah, after all the freezes, we still got them alive. I doubt they're producing, but they're still alive in there. Along with the asparagus and the oregano down here. So this bed's largely unaffected. I bet the strawberries are still in here too. Let's see. Yep, strawberry and sage. You can compare it to my spring videos. And so I think I may have gotten this right. Another curly or broadleaf dock patch. Some dormant trees. I want to check see if my strawberries made it, and they did. Look at that. Along with some my lemon balm and mint is spreading all over the place. You can see my quince trees still got some leaves. Garlic. Up in there you can see one of those perennial kales and a big chili pekin. I would guesstimate that's over 3.5 feet tall. It's not too bad. Oh, look, the elderberry. Elderberry is growing nice and strong. Much taller than I am. That's nice. So yeah, so far we're batting 1,000, aren't we? Or, I'm not a baseball guy, but whatever a good score is. Garlic. Well, this quince just took off here. Got the blackberry back there. You probably can't see it on film, but you can see those leaves there. It's still alive. Probably could use some management on the commercial blackberry, but I'm going to opt for the wild blackberry more. Too thorny, but always produces, never needs management. And that's what I'm after. There's my garlic patch. You see this strawberry patch is holding strong. Wow, these are native wild onions. There's no shock that these are surviving and growing quite well under all this native hay. Yeah, see? Wild onion. Okay, let's check out my first garden bed ever. Oh, wow. The chives are growing nicely and have spread with less management. And another chili pekin here, growing just fine. One in the back right there. Looks beautiful. Oh, these are perennial kale. Mostly. There might be one or two Georgia collards, but I'm pretty sure these are all perennial kale, and they're doing nice. Better than the Georgia collards, actually. So it might be my new go-to green leafy vegetable. Plenty of garlic in here. Won't waste your time climbing in there for the most part. It looks like everything's growing strong. Got a Mexican plum bed up there I'm not going to take you to because all those trees are dormant. But I think you're getting the idea. Like, yeah, everything's growing without a human managing it too closely, or really hardly at all. I had a few losses, but I lost this in the spring and just never replanted it, which is part of not managing it. I never got around to it. So next spring, perhaps, we'll see some of these backfills. Okay, we got a Georgia collard in here, doing okay. And let's see if my wild rocket arugula made it. Oh, it did. Look at that. Barely holding on, but it's holding on. It started growing all throughout this tree. That's not too bad. Let's see if my commercial strawberry made it. Oh, it did. Yeah, right down there. Along with the blackberry. That's muy bueno. Well, looks like even this chili pekin made it just fine. Got a quince here, Nanking cherries. You can see my Turk's cap made it just fine. I got another one I didn't film, it made it okay. Got a Georgia collard that I planted way late in the season. I thought for sure it would die, but look, it's holding on. It's probably gonna make it. Got another Georgia collard back here. Big oregano bed. For the most part, oh, this is a surprise. I thought this would be dead for sure. This sage way back here, very dry back here, but it's still kind of alive. Muy bueno. Even that persimmon's alive. That pretty much mostly covers it. See, I got a commercial blackberry that spread. For the most part, everything's either staying alive or has actually spread a little bit. That strawberry's alive. With no management for several months. About 3 months or so, maybe more, 4 months. However long it's been since my last video. So maybe go give it a shot. Just don't manage your garden and see what lives. Keep the winners. Happy New Year, folks.